you clicked this video because you want to learn an opening, but you don't want to sit in front of your screen, staring at tiny squares like a zombie, hoping the moves will magically stick in your brain. Don't worry, today I'll give you a step-by-step blueprint to memorize any opening. Step number 1, picking an opening. Openings are really important, and they make the difference between games with very aggressive starts that can end the game sooner, or more solid games that aim to reach positions that are easier to win in the end game. The way you choose your opening is completely up to you, but I suggest starting with really aggressive openings, because they lead to more complex positions where you can actively improve your calculation and tactical skills. These kinds of openings often create sharp, unbalanced positions that force you to think creatively from move 1, which is a great way to accelerate your growth as a player. The first opening I learnt with white is the Scotch Gambit. It's a very dynamic opening that teaches you how to attack quickly and develop pieces efficiently. So it's perfect for beginners who want to understand the ideas behind the moves, rather than just memorising them. For black, I started with the Caro-Can, which is solid and helps you develop a strong defensive foundation while also preparing counterattacks. Another excellent choice is the Sicilian Defence, which is a bit more aggressive and allows you to create asymmetrical positions where you can outplay your opponent with tactics and strategy. Consider your personal playing style. Understanding this will help you pick openings that you enjoy and are more likely to remember. Another tip is to focus on one opening rather than trying to learn every possible variation at once. This helps you become confident in your main repertoire while keeping your study manageable. Try to learn the ideas behind the opening rather than only memorising moves. After you memorise the basic idea, you are ready to the next level. Step number 2, watch YouTube videos. Now you're probably thinking, this is only a YouTuber who wants me to watch more videos. But Magnus Carlsen agrees with me. One of the best ways to learn is by watching. It's much easier to understand the logic behind them than just reading from a book. So hop on YouTube, search for an opening in your ELO range and learn the basics about that opening. Don't just copy the moves. Pay attention to the ideas. Why does the knight go there? Why is the pawn pushed on that turn? Understanding the plans behind each move will make the opening stick in your memory much faster. Another advantage of YouTube videos is variety. You can find explanations for beginners that focus on the first 6 to 8 moves, or more advanced breakdowns that cover complete variations and traps. This lets you learn at your own pace. Maybe start with a short 5-minute video to get the main idea, and later watch a longer one to go deeper. And remember, repetition matters. Watching the same opening explained by 2 or 3 different creators gives you new perspectives. And each time you hear the same moves, your brain reinforces the memory. There are plenty of great videos about any opening, and I will probably release my own if I see that it is something you want. Step number 3, use Lichess. If you play chess online, you probably use chess.com or Lichess, and both are great platforms. But when it comes to actually learning and practicing openings, I recommend using the Lichess analysis board. It's completely free, and the feature Most Common Moves lets you see what strong players usually play in every position. This way you can prepare a solid response to almost anything your opponent might try. On top of that, Lichess has a lot of powerful tools. You can explore databases of master games, create your own studies, and even practice positions until they become automatic. This is a much more active way of learning than just reading lines. You're actually training your memory and pattern recognition. There are also mini courses and opening repertoires you can follow inside Lichess. For example, let's say I want to learn the Italian game. I can open the analysis board, study the most common ideas, and then jump into a Lichess study that explains the concepts behind each move. And here's a little secret, you can also connect your opening study to puzzles. Many puzzles on Lichess are taken directly from real games. Solving those puzzles reinforces both your tactical vision and your memory of the opening. Believe me, chess becomes incredibly powerful once you learn how to use these tools the right way. With just a few minutes a day on Lichess, You can transform an opening from something you kind of know into something you play with real confidence. Step number 4. Test the opening. Now that you have an opening prepared, you can finally jump into real games without the fear of being destroyed instantly. But here's the thing, this step is a little different. Your only real goal here is to play games. Sounds simple, right? And it is. But if you don't do it correctly, instead of improving, you'll just lose elo and confidence. The first rule is to accept that you will lose some rating at the beginning, especially if you're trying new openings. That's completely normal. Think of it as an investment. You're paying elo now, so that in the future you'll be much stronger. And if you really don't want to risk your main account, you can always test your new openings on a secondary account or in casual games. And this is the most important tip of the whole video. Don't only play short games. I know blitz at 3 AM while eating pizza sounds fun, but trust me, you're just training your brain to play fast and careless moves. If your goal is to actually learn an opening, you need time to think. I recommend at least 10-minute games. Use that extra time to actually consider the ideas of your opening and to think before every move. Finally, once you've played, review your games. You don't need to analyse every single one, but pick the most interesting ones. For example, games where your opponent played a variation you had never seen before. Games where you reached a complex position and maybe missed a tactical shot. Games you lost quickly because you forgot a key move. Those are pure gold for learning. By doing this, you transform every loss into a lesson. Over time, the positions of your opening will start to feel natural, and instead of being surprised by your opponent, you will be the one surprising them. Step 5. There is no step 5. I hope you learned. Subscribe if you want to keep learning. This is Chimpawn Chess.